So what's going on, everyone? Now today I'm going to review one of my personal favorites out of MMG, which if you don't know who MMG is Maybach Music Group, which is run by Rick Ross, and that's his label. One of my personal favorites out of the whole group is Meek Mill. I really don't care for Wale and Rick Ross as much, but since Ross put on Meek Mill, I've been feeling his stuff so far. I liked it. So today I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to review his second mixtape. His first one was straight. I was feeling it. I liked it. But now I'm going to review this one, give you my thoughts on some things I liked, maybe some things I didn't like. What are my songs I was feeling on it, my top songs, what I would rate this mixtape. So with that being said, I'm going to hop right into it. So let's get started with it. So this mixtape has 20 tracks on it. It features artists that he didn't have on his previous mixtape. And those artists like Drake, Big Sean, Kendrick, Lamar, Fabolous is on here, French Montana, 2 Chainz, and a bunch of other artists are on here. And you got like one track with Rick Ross, which his first Dreamchasers mixtape had I gotta say like 3 or 4 songs with Rick Ross on it, which I really wasn't feeling at all. So I'm happy he just had one song with Rick Ross, and the rest he had songs with other different artists. Like I said, with Big Sean, Fabolous, 2 Chainz, he had Mac Miller on it. He had a bunch of artists on here that featured and dropped top verses on this mixtape. Now as for producers, he had the normal producers that you see from Meek Mill, like Cardiac, Jalil Beats, All Star, Beat Bully is on here, and a bunch of other ones that are on here. Beat Billionaire, he's on here. So a bunch of the normal producers that you have on a Meek Mill's mixtape so far, that's what we have gotten from him. You have the normal producers. Now one thing I want to touch on is his collaborations, his features that he had with these artists. Now, he didn't show a track list, or I didn't see a track list before I went and downloaded this. So I was surprised about all the other stuff, all the features he had on here, especially with the one with Kendrick Lamar, even the House Party remix with Mac Miller on it. I was surprised about seeing him on it. He had a bunch of collaborations that I was surprised to see. Him and Big Sean, I was surprised to seeing Big Sean on it. I wouldn't think they would have a song together, but they did. And I also got to give him props on having the Fugees' Ready or Not as a sample beat, and I was surprised when I first heard it. I was like, wait, what? Because that's the last thing I would think Meek Mill's or any rapper these days or whatever would really put on a mixtape, or even sample it and rap on it or anything. And also gotta give him props on the Mike Tyson skit that he has at the beginning of the intro, which the intro he came in and it was a crazy way to introduce the mixtape. Now one thing that I'm not sure, you didn't get as much from his first mixtape from Dreamchasers, but this one you really got a lot of his, you can say real life moments. You got more of him in between some of those party type tracks. For example, you got Used to Be with Jordanne, or you even got, Big Dreams, or even The Ride. Those are some tracks that you get an insight on his life and what Meek Mill has been through to get to where he is now and everything like that. So I really like that. It got me insight and more another perspective of Meek Mill that you don't hear in between those little party hooks and crazy verses or whatever. Now out of these 20 songs, I had to go through and give you 40 songs that I was feeling that I liked from this mixtape, because he had a lot of hot songs on it. And if you heard it, you know what I'm talking about, because he had a lot of songs that I was feeling, which I'm pretty sure you might be feeling them also. So my top 4 songs would have to be Intro, A1 Everything featuring Kendrick Lamar, Lean With It, Used to Be featuring Jordanne, and House Party Remix featuring Fabolous, Wale, and Mac Miller. Now this is the hard one. Whether or not Dreamchasers 1 was hot or this one was hotter, whichever one, it's kind of hard for me. I'm kind of siding on this one being a better one. I was feeling this one a lot more than his last one, which is just me personally. I was feeling a lot more of the songs on this one more than his other one. He had some okay songs. Him having Rick Ross on a bunch of songs really made me not want to listen to him. So that's just me personally. I didn't want to really mess with some of the tracks that he had on his last one. But with that being said, I thought this mixtape was straight. I was feeling it. Some songs did get repetitive where I wasn't really feeling it as much and I just wanted to skip them. So with that being said, I'm about to give this mixtape an 8. But overall, it's a straight mixtape. He has some hot songs as always. He has those songs where you get an insight on his life. You get those crazy party tracks like the House Party remix, which was hot and crazy. You get a bunch of hot tracks off this mixtape that he just put out. So the link is down below in the description if you want to go download it. If you already downloaded it, tell me what you think. What songs were you liking? What would you rate this mixtape? Would you give it an 8 like me? What would you give it? Tell me if you liked this mixtape or his last one. Which one would you like rather? Do you like both of them at the same time? It's all cool. So leave your comments down below. If you haven't already checked out the mixtape, it's down below. The link is down below in the description for you to go download it for free. So check that out, and I'm out. Peace.